Are you thinking about purchasing a home, but you're unsure if you can qualify for that mortgage payment, and you're not really sure or you're ready yet to talk to a mortgage lender? Well, I wanted to shoot this video to help you understand what we look at as mortgage lenders to help you understand how to qualify for a mortgage. We're gonna pick a random city across the country. I'm gonna pick out a house and we're gonna walk through a potential payment and see exactly what it would take to buy that home. So let's go into our random list generator. And I've already ran this list, and today we are gonna pick a home in Corpus Christi, Texas. So let's go to Zillow and let's take a look at Corpus Christi and see what some of these homes are looking like. Wow, you can get a 4-bedroom home, 2,400 square feet for $189,000. That's amazing out there. Let's look at this one. This one looks kind of nice. So we got a home for $240,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot home over on 7409 Convair Drive. $240,000. Pretty cool. So let's take a look. Now, if you are a first-time home buyer, you might be considering FHA financing. So FHA financing, like we talked about before, you can put as little as 3.5% down to get into this house. Now, let's go to our trusty little calculator here. And our home is $240,000. Our down payment is going to be 3.5% since we're going to go with FHA financing. Now, the one thing to remember is that property taxes will vary from state to state, city to city. Now, one thing I can tell you about Texas, Texas has high property taxes. So make sure you do your research before, and make sure you actually have that conversation with your loan officer, because if they're not familiar with doing business in Texas, they could easily underestimate your property taxes, which would affect your buying power when it comes to buying your property. Let's look at these property taxes here. So it has the property taxes at $3,660. So you can actually see too, it's gone up 10% over the last couple of years. Now, again, this is from 2020. These property taxes could actually even be a little higher, but let's just go with the 3660 with what they have on our estimate here. Now, homeowners insurance, again, homeowners insurance could be a little high. I just did a quick Google search, and the average homeowners insurance in Texas is about $2,200 a year. So $184 a month. We are going to plug that into our factors here. So now we're looking at your payment. You've got your principal and interest, your homeowner's insurance, your property tax is coming out to about $1,600 a month. And don't forget, with FHA, we have your upfront mortgage insurance premium that we also have to factor into your monthly payment. So now let's break down the entire transaction to figure out how much income do you really need to qualify for this home purchase. Now, we're gonna look at our sales price. Is $240,000. So you're gonna need your down payment of 3.5%. So that's the first thing that we're gonna need, which is $8,400. We need to make sure that we have that money in the bank. Now, the cool thing with FHA is that FHA actually allows for gift funds to be used. So if you have a family member that's willing to gift you the $8,400, you can certainly use that. Or even an employer. If your employer is willing to gift you the money as well, that's also acceptable. You could also look at down payment assistance programs. So I'm sure the state of Texas within Corpus Christi, they have programs that can help you with your down payment to cover the down payment to purchase the home. You just got to be resourceful. There's ways to get into this property. So now, based on our calculator here, we see that our principal and interest payment, so we're going to go P&I, is $1,139. Our insurance, we're going to estimate at $184 a month. Our tax, 305. And don't forget, with FHA financing, we have mortgage insurance will probably run us about $167 a month. That's mandatory on every FHA loan. Now, some people don't like mortgage insurance, but I don't think it's that bad, especially when you're a first-time home buyer, because the upside of owning a home, getting the appreciation, far outweighs the $167 that you're going to pay in order to have this property. So now let's do the math and see what our total payment is. So the total payment for this property on 7409 Convair Drive, we are looking at $1,795 a month. Now, how do we know if you can qualify to purchase this home? Let's take a look at the numbers. So what we look at as a mortgage lender, if we were doing these numbers by hand and trying to figure out, can someone qualify for this mortgage? We're going to take into account the monthly mortgage payment of $1,795. When we look at your credit report, and this is why it's super important that a mortgage lender looks at your credit report up front, because we need to see what debt is on your credit report. Now, we're going to be looking at your credit card balances. We're going to be looking at car payments, student loans, all these factors that will affect whether or not you can purchase or not purchase a home. But the thing you have to remember is that when we look at your credit cards, we only look at the minimum payment. Let's say your balance is $5,000. Your minimum payment might be $50. The $50 is what we are going to account for when we're qualifying you for the mortgage. So let's just say our buyer, Joe, has got a car loan. Let's say his payment is $500 a month. Let's say he's got some credit card debt. Let's say that's another $250 a month. Now, the thing to remember, we don't take into account your car insurance, your cell phone bill, your utility bills. All of that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't get factored in when we're qualifying you for the mortgage. So let's take a look at Joe here. He's got his mortgage payment that we're trying to qualify for. He's got a car payment of $500, and he's got a credit card minimum payments of $250, which gives us a grand total of $2,545 a month in debt. Now, the rule of thumb in mortgage lending, you want to be at about 43–45% as far as your debt to income ratio goes. But the good thing with FHA, again, they're a little more flexible with their debt to income ratio, so we can actually go past 50%. But let's just play it conservative, and let's just say 45% DTI to qualify Joe to qualify for this mortgage. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the 2545, we're going to divide that by 0.45, which then gives us $5,655 of income. And that's the bare minimum that Joe would need to make to qualify for this home using FHA financing. Now, again, we could go higher on our debt to income ratio on 45%, but let's just use that for the sake of this video because we don't want you to be house poor. House poor meaning you work and all you do is pay your mortgage and you don't have the time to enjoy your house. So in this situation, if you're making about $5,700 a month with that type of debt, so the revolving debt is about $750 a month, you could qualify to purchase this home using FHA financing. Now, if you're thinking about purchasing anywhere else across the country and you want me to run some specific numbers for you, you can always send me an email, comment below, and I'd be happy to run these exact scenarios for you to help you understand what it's going to take to purchase your first home. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.